Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Siti Nur Eliza and this is my friend Siti Nur Hidayah. Thank you for having us today. I am very glad to see the bright smile on your face and I wish all of you a very good day. So today we are going to present a related and interesting topic that related to our field study. For your information, both of us are undergraduate students. They take same course which is in biomedical science. I believe that all of you are still wondering what kind of presentation that we are going to present. So before I begin with our presentation, I would like to show all of you a video that could give ideas of view on our topic. Do enjoy the videos.
Disney's Tarzan captured our imagination and carried us away to a world of adventure. The story continues in an all-new movie. Starring your favorite characters.
Thank you for watching the video. So how do you find the video? Do you still remember when you were still in primary school? Every weekend you will wake up early in the morning just to make sure that you are not left out to watch the Walt Disney cartoon? Can some of you list out the character that you are still remember the most until now? I am very quite sure that all of you know Tarzan very well. But what is the significant Tarzan to our topic? Today's topic is about feral children. So this is the preview for our presentation. The first part will cover the introductions of feral children. Moving on to the first main idea, which is the myth of feral children. Next, the second main ideas, which is the reality of feral children. And then we are going to wrap up everything in a conclusion. Finally, the review. So what is the feral children? Feral children is a human child who is wild, separated from society, and they are isolated from a human contact. Besides, they also have no experience of human care or loving and social behavior. And crucially, some of them cannot speak very well by using a human language like us. Feral children is composed of two parts, which are myths and the reality. First of all, the first part of our presentation is about the myths of feral children. They have a weird characteristics which are raised by a wild animals such as wolves, apes, and bears. Famous examples include the Tarzan, Romulus, Remus, and Peter Pan. All of them can be depicted as a perfectly healthy and possess normal human intelligence. Besides, they also have a sense of love. For example, Tarzan was fall in love with Jane when he first met her. On the other hand, they also have innate sense of culture. Since we all know that feral children having a weird characteristic, now let me tell all of you that they also have a very superior strength. They can climb, cling, and leaping as well as apes in the jungle. They use branches and hanging vines that help them to swing at a great speed. Basically, their strength, stamina, and sense and endurance are extraordinary in comparison to a normal man. Besides, they also can communicate very well with animals. Okay, all of the behavior that I have presented just now totally different from the reality of the feral children. Their story does not correspond to the reality of the feral children. So the next part is about the facts of the feral children. Now I will turn the floor over to Siti Nur Hidayah to tell about the reality of the feral children. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eliza. By chance, now we have known about some of the facts, the myth and the myth of the feral children. Okay, now we are moving to the second part of this presentation, which is the reality of the feral children. First and foremost, these feral children might have physical and mental disabilities. This is because some some of them are not usually being exposed to the norm and societies. For example, these feral children might have difficulties in walking and standing upright due to the malformed limbs. Besides, they are having lack of the eye contact when having a conversation with other people. Apart from that, they are not usually being trained to use the toilet properly, and they are also incapable of using and understanding language. Okay, as you can see in this slide, this picture shows Jeannie, who is a girl that is well known as the feral children. For your information, Jeannie has been grew up and isolated from the outside world. She was not being able to talk to anyone, including her mother and her brothers. And when she was first discovered, she was so infantile and completely silent. And what she did is just sniff, split, and crawl like an animal. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Moving on to the next main point, which is the products of abusive and neglectful parents. Okay, for your information, these feral children are often neglected by their parents. Why I said so? This is because they are usually grew up widely, because they think they are not being cared and loved by their parents anymore. So they end up run away from their homes and befriend with animals. Okay, as you can see in this slide, the pictures of the Ozana Malaya, who is also known as a dog girl. For your information, she has been lived with a pack of dogs for about 5 years. And I think that is quite a long period of time, right? So, when she has been asked why she did like that, the answer is just as simple as she are not being loved and cared by her parents. So, although it is not scientifically proven that human can be raised and nurtured by animals, it is actually they can develop a strong bonds and symbiotic relationship in order for them to survive. So now we have come to the conclusions, and in summarization, most of us are familiar with Tarzan and George of the Jungles, but it is actually, but their life is actually not correspond to the reality of the feral children, because these feral children might have various difficulties and disabilities. And I think some initiatives should be taken by the authorities in order to help these feral children to overcome and to educate them for a better life. So before I end up this presentation, I would like to review all the main points and the facts that have been presented by both of us. Okay, first of all is the review, followed by the introduction to the of the feral children. Next is the first main point, which is the myth of the feral children, followed by the second main point, which is the reality of the feral children, and last but not least is the conclusion. So I think that is all from us. Thank you.